All right, welcome back to After Hours with Jeff and Julia, our community cast. A lot of people are watching from Facebook. That is where you can comment and chime in. Also, KSN Plus, which is our new streaming app. You can download that on the Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV as well. I do know that streaming platform is a little bit smoother, is what some people will say.
It is. It is. Oh, I got to turn this down. Hold on. Okay, that's better.
How's that?
That's better for me.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Thought we'd have all those things worked out before we started, but we didn't.
People like to see how the sausage is made.
How the old sausage is made. Yeah.
Already, Olivia said, "Happy Thursday, Jeff and Julia."
Woo-hoo.
Oh, Doug jumped in, already answering, which I won't say what his answer is yet, but he clearly watched yesterday.
Good.
Knows the topic. Jennifer said, "Hello from the birthday boy, your friend Ryan." Happy birthday, Ryan.
Happy birthday, Ryan.
How old?
How old is Ryan?
Yeah.
I want to know how old Ryan is.
Jan is back again.
Jan.
Now, we're going to say you're a regular. Jan was new, I think, last week.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
And we were concerned they wouldn't come back.
But now I
But
think the
they're back.
third time, so we're going to say a regular.
Okay,
and then Christine said, "Hello, Jeff and Julia," as well.
Hello, Christine.
Hello. So yeah, we are talking about touristy things. Do you, when you go to a new town, do you go off the beaten path when you explore, or do you do all the touristy things that you probably see online?
You know, that's interesting because I've changed as I have aged, not so gracefully. And I do think it is situational.
Okay.
Like, for example, would you consider Mount Rushmore to be a touristy thing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but that's a must-see. Like, come on.
Some rocks.
Oh, God.
Some man-made rocks.
Oh, God.
That's what it is.
Okay.
There are a lot of man-made lakes you can walk over and look at too. Whoa.
Well, wow. Have you been to Mount Rushmore?
No.
You should. You should try it. It's pretty cool. But again, to go back to my original, I know you're gonna
Wait till you hear the hot take
crush
I have about the Grand Canyon.
Crush the rush.
Yeah.
I have a hot take about the Grand Canyon too.
Yeah.
But so I think it's situational a little bit. However, I will say this: when I was younger, I wanted to do the touristy things.
Okay.
And then now, as I'm old, I don't. I want to go. I want to see the real stuff. You say off the beaten path, but I would say the local restaurants, the local attractions that locals know about,
Like
wherever
the
I'm
gas
at.
station in the Dakotas.
The
Forget
gas
Mount
station,
Rushmore.
yeah. No, I don't. I can't think of you. If I ever go back to South Dakota, I'd probably try some other things. But
Oh wow, it's not so cool. You wouldn't go again.
well, I was
Proving my point.
8 when I was there.
Oh yeah, it's different as an
No,
adult.
it is a little bit probably.
It's an architectural wonder.
It's a big monument. It's a monument.
It's a
kind of
big
neat.
mountain.
Yeah. So and then say Washington D.C.
Okay.
Wouldn't you say that in Washington D.C. you would want to do the touristy things because there's a lot of touristy stuff in D.C. it's a historical stuff. I wouldn't go to Washington D.C. Who would go to Washington D.C. for the first time and say I don't need to see the mall or the Capitol or the monuments. I'm going to go hang out at this local pub.
I mean,
I'm
how many
just saying.
times do you have to see Lincoln's China?
No, well, okay.
They have all the plates there. And for the record, I
You are
love DC. I'm just playing devil's advocate, and it's funny to watch him squirm.
Me squirm like
yes,
this?
That's the main reason.
I'm laying this out because I think it does. I think it's important when we're talking about this particular issue.
Okay.
This very important issue.
Yeah, this
of
big issue we're
whether,
bringing to tonight.
But because I do think it depends. It would depend on where I'm going. I'm not going to go to Paris for the first time and not see the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
But that's my point. And so I wouldn't want to be oh no, I want to go off the beaten path. Well, no, I still want to see some of these touristy things. And then maybe the next trip I'd go off the beaten path.
But then you got to go twice.
And you don't do that. That's interesting about you.
But here's the thing. If I'm going to South Dakota, I'm definitely going to see Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
But then I'm probably not going to go back. Because there's too many places to see, and I've already
right.
seen Mount Rushmore.
You are definitely, I'm going to answer this question for you because you're an off the beaten path person.
Okay.
100%. Mexico.
Fair. Fine.
We don't have to talk about that.
You had me until
you're not going to ever hear about it, but
maybe I'll share it in a second. I would say I'm normally a touristy person.
You are a touristy person.
So I think about Seattle. When I lived in Washington, I lived 3 hours away from Seattle. So I remember my parents came out and we went to go visit Seattle. And the first time I went to Seattle, we did all the touristy things and I loved it. We went to the aquarium. We rode our bikes up and down Pike's Marketplace. We did the Space Needle. So I love all the touristy things.
Yeah.
But if I am going back a second time, then I'll go off the beaten path. But I'm a big believer
you don't go second time.
Seattle I went quite a bit.
Yeah, but that's because it's kind of I wouldn't say it's like your second home, but you had a life there.
Yeah, I lived
so
there for
there's
years.
kind of it's like with Chicago and me.
That was going to be my question.
Like once you live someplace for several years and you make friends, it doesn't really feel like a trip.
Yeah.
You just kind of like you're kind of going to like an area that you.
Do you have to see
lived.
the river all the time?
Oh no! When I go to Chicago, I don't see any. People are like, did you see the Bean? Did you go to the Bean? I go, yeah, I'd seen the Bean, but I'm not going to go. And Navy Pier, and I hate to say this. No, I don't hate to say this. I'm just going to say it. If you're going to Chicago for the first time, I wouldn't go to Navy Pier.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth it. I think if you're going to go for an extended period of time, there is a lot of naval history there. So if you have some military, although if you've been to Navy Pier, you know that it's basically a gift shop and a Ferris wheel. I don't want to ruin it for you. And there's a botanical garden there, but
I don't want to ruin it. But
I don't want to ruin it, but it's okay. I would much rather walk up and down the beach trails off of Lakeshore Drive than go to Navy Pier. Like, I would rather just go and walk up and down the beaches. I would rather go to the neighborhoods. I would rather do stuff like that than see the Bean or Navy Pier.
Here's where it's different.
Or the Willis Tower.
When you go back to a place that you once lived, because it's different if I go to Phoenix, which is where I'm from originally, versus I went back to Washington for the first time last year.
Right.
And I didn't do any of the touristy things.
Okay.
But I did all of the things that I loved. I went to the park that I used to go to every day.
There you go. I do that.
Yeah. So when you're going, we can't use Chicago as an example because you used to live there.
Right.
So when you're going to a place for the first time, do you do research before and say, okay, what are the must-have things? Where are the places that I have to eat? Do you do that research beforehand?
My wife does.
Okay. That counts. We'll give it to Stephanie.
There was a time when I preferred maybe the touristy things, but I am not like that anymore. I like the local stuff, off the beaten path. Because you don't like the
crowds, or why?
I don't think it's because I dislike anything. Okay. It's just I'm more interested in the stuff that you don't know. I mean, a lot of the touristy stuff you can look it up. You can get all the information. You can see photos and pictures and learn all this stuff. Which is not. I'm saying like maybe sometimes that does make me want to go, but you can't with the other stuff. And I'm more interested in the things that you can't find online.
So what else do you see when you go to South Dakota?
They've got nice.
Yeah.
They got a Buc-ee's, or maybe they got a Buc-ee's.
We're going to let you think on that. Doug said touristy stuff, never know when or if I'm going back to a certain place. However, that was before we started talking. So now he has a second answer.
Okay.
Which said, okay, are we on visit 1 or visit 13? I mean, I was stationed in England, and sure, London got old, but to Jeff's point, I don't see how you don't hit the main attraction stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I agree with that.
And Doug, I really like that you can say, sure, London got old. What a cool life to be able to say that.
London got old.
Jennifer said Ryan is 7 today.
Oh,
happy birthday.
7. That's like one of the best ages right there.
Oh.
It is. 7's a great age.
Yeah.
Yep. Happy birthday. Big Rye.
Christine said never been to Mount Rushmore.
Oh. I was there.
But he's not saying he recommends it.
No. Yes, I do recommend it.
Okay.
Oh, you got to see it.
Once.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, and I have nothing against Mount Rushmore.
Dude, it is way better when you're there than like seeing it in photos.
Have you seen the Grand Canyon?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your hot take on the Grand Canyon?
I don't know.
A wonder of the world. Before I give you my opinion.
Okay, let me put. I have seen. Okay. I flew over the Grand Canyon.
No,
I saw it.
That does not count.
It does. I saw it from an airplane.
That does not count.
Then I've never seen it.
I don't.
How does that not count? How does that not count?
Because was it commercial?
A flight?
Yeah. Or was it like private?
Come on, I'm not on a PJ.
Well, I don't know.
There ain't no PJs out there going to put me on there.
The point is...
Yes, it was commercial. I was in the far back of the plane, right next to the lavatory, sitting next to two randos.
No better
And I looked
place.
over and I go, oh, man. Somebody, they like tap me.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey. And then the captain, ladies and gentlemen, if you look down on the plane, there's the Grand Canyon. And so I looked.
How realistic.
Yeah, that's what they do. They have a big... And so I looked, and there was a big hole in the earth.
Wow.
Big canyon. What's your hot take? Actually, I know your hot take because you told me this before. But go ahead.
Sure, if you're going to be there, go see it. But once you've seen it once, you don't have to go
Really?
back.
So you don't recommend seeing it?
No, I recommend if you've not seen it, sure.
Okay.
Absolutely go. But if you get to hike it, that's a totally different experience.
We should do most overrated tourist attractions.
Petrified Forest.
Wow, you had one queued up right off the
That's
get.
because you don't need to go. You don't need to see that.
That's where this community cast is a benefit for anyone who watches. We can do most overrated tourist attractions, and that will save, you know how much time and money that will save people?
The Parks Department's going to call us or send us a cease and desist letter.
They're not going to work. They're not working today, so we're fine.
Picked a good day.
Yeah.
Olivia said, I just saw this video of this woman who took Play-Doh with her, and there was a small post with the name of places she had visited. She put Play-Doh on that, made an indentation, and took an ink stamp and pad, and then placed the Play-Doh mark into an empty book, and it made a cute stamp. That's very cute.
There is a building in Chicago. Guys, I don't know where it's at, but it's downtown, and it's not too far away from Michigan Avenue. In fact, it might be intersected Michigan Avenue and something. And in the building, this is cool, the exterior of the building, there are rocks and bricks and rock, and it's like molded into the outside of the building. Mm-hmm. And there's probably 50 or 60 of them or more. And they're all from different parts of the world.
Yeah.
And some of them are from like significant parts, like it'd be a piece of, like there'll be a brick from Colorado, and it was a brick that was in like a famous house or something, and it says, you know, where the particular rock or brick was from, and it just shows you how old I am now that's what I'm talking about. Because actually it's really neat, and I hate that I don't know the name of it. And it's not a tourist attraction, and it's just a building.
Wow, how is that not a tourist attraction?
It should be, but that's what I'm saying. It's not, and I wish I knew the name of the building so you guys could go see it. But yeah, whatever.
It's interesting when you think about underrated or overrated tourist attractions.
I'd say overrated Navy Pier
is on your list.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
right up there.
Interesting.
Soup's overrated.
Soup's overrated.
Yeah.
All right, I'm curious what other people think is overrated. Christine said, Julia, I lived in Seattle for 7 years, so I'm curious where in Seattle, and then if you have an overrated or underrated. I would say maybe overrated the gum wall.
The gum wall?
Every city, not every city, a lot of cities have a gum wall. I don't think we need that.
I'd say overrated the world's largest Starbucks in Chicago.
Oh.
A little overrated.
Did you have a roaster? Is that what it was?
No, I had a cramp from standing in line.
Worth it,
and
though.
And then, no.
Yes.
No. I thought that was overrated a little bit.
Well.
I like this topic.
Do you?
I'd like to eliminate a lot of things that I haven't seen. If someone can say, hey, I'm trying to think of one right off the top of my head here. Such and such is overrated. I don't know.
Do you wait in line when you do, like, so you talk about waiting in line at the coffee shop. Of
right.
Like, that would be I feel like that's like off the beaten path.
The coffee shop?
Maybe.
Like a real coffee shop. I like that.
The largest coffee shop.
It's not off the beaten path.
Okay, so it's like Starbucks in Seattle, the first one.
Okay.
Here's a hot take. The Starbucks, I was told to turn up my mic, so I feel like it's plenty loud, but
I got you popped up.
that's why I keep fiddling with it.
Yep.
So the one in Seattle at Pike's Place Market, they market it as the first Starbucks.
Okay.
It's not. The original one burned down, so you're basically going to number 2. But nobody says that. They say, oh, this is the original. Is that a sham?
I mean, historically, if you look at a lot of like awesome places, like everything burned down.
Yeah.
Everything is burned down.
Especially in Chicago.
How many wonderful, the city burned down.
Yeah.
But how many wonderful places did we go on the Kansas road trip, the KSN road trip, and we saw like this magnificent, for example, the Chase County Courthouse, the hotel in Ellis. They're awesome places, but there's always somebody. It's always like, they rebuilt after the fire. There's always a fire.
Yeah.
There's always a fire in those places that were built back in the 17 or 1800s.
Does that add to the history?
I think it's okay that if they rebuild, I think it's still the first.
But then they're we rebuilt in 2000.
Okay, that's not. You can't. That's a sham.
Look at our plumbing.
That's a sham. Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, if they had rebuilt, the White House burned down.
Oh.
So
So it's
not the OG White House.
number 2.
It's number 2. But people don't refer to it as that. You know, some people do, but probably some historians that. That if you're, I would imagine like having a conversation with a historian might be difficult because they would just correct you like the entire time.
I wouldn't say a word. I love the
I'd
Grand
just be
Canyon.
like, you
It's
just
amazing.
tell me, yeah.
Yeah, that Starbucks is great. Arthur said, I grew up in Spokane and moved to Western Kansas when I was 8 years old.
Wow.
That's a shock for an 8-year-old.
Little change in scenery.
Oh, yeah.
Woo.
I loved Spokane. Spokane was amazing. And then Christine said, I lived in North Seattle. Beautiful. Like, I'm trying to think of like Queen Anne, if Queen Anne was north. I don't know if she has anything. And then Olivia said, I haven't visited any landmarks, but one cool place I did visit was the Seeley Mansion in Abilene, Kansas.
That's a cool place.
I loved it. The guy said most people there are left-handed. And I said, I fit right in because I'm left-handed.
Nice.
A really cool one is there's one in Emporia, white. I'm blanking on.
Well, it's interesting we're talking about this today because as we're having this conversation, there are 130 social media influencers that are in Wichita right now, part of this influencer summit. And today, a lot of them went to some of our tourist attractions, like the Sedgwick County Zoo. So it's interesting that we're having this conversation as we have 130 people who, many of them have never been to Kansas or Wichita, and we'll see what they think of the tourist attractions in the ICT.
I said something at 6 o'clock, and we had a video up so nobody else could see your face, but you gave me a look.
Oh, yeah. We talked about the zoo.
Yes.
Yeah. I wanted to say something, but I didn't.
What were you going to say?
Well, I was going to, I don't want to remind people that you're not from here.
Yeah.
To me, you're from here. Like,
I feel like
if
I'm from
you
here.
said, I'm not from here, I'm from Phoenix, I'd be like, you're from Hayesville. You're not from, you're from Pratt.
I think part of it too is because I don't like to remind people I'm not from here.
Right, I don't either.
But I also like every opportunity to brag on our amazing city. And I will say this. I moved here, and the very first year I lived here, I guess it was the next year, I went home and I ran into a friend from high school. And he said, oh my gosh, I have been waiting to tell you for a year. He said, you live in Wichita now. And I said, yes. I hadn't seen him for 10 years.
Okay.
And he said, after high school graduation, I moved to Wichita. And he's from Phoenix. I went to Friends University, and I worked at the Sedgwick County Zoo. He always wanted to be a zoologist. And he said the Sedgwick County Zoo is one of the top 5 zoos in the country. Well, I had not been yet. And so I'm thinking I've been to the San Diego Zoo, the Phoenix Zoo, the DC Zoo. Those are all three.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're telling me the next zoo is like the Wichita Zoo? And I was like, what's so great about the Wichita Zoo? So I went and blown away.
Mm-hmm.
And now anytime somebody comes to visit me, I make them go to the zoo. And I'm not a zoo person. I think once you've been to one zoo, you've been to them all.
Right.
Do you think that?
Yeah, no.
No. Do you like the zoo?
I do like the zoo. I don't think that it's like once you've been to one zoo, you've been to them all.
How many times do you have to see the pandas?
It's not about the animals. It's the experience of the people.
What's the experience that you have at the zoo?
Well, I mean, for example, the Lincoln Park Zoo in Chicago. It is one of the last free zoos in the United States. And so it's free. So you can walk through it, you can run through it, but it's really, really nice. And it's all laid out very cool and different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would say that's a unique experience. And obviously, I would put that as one of the more underrated attractions in that particular city. A lot of people don't think of the Lincoln Park Zoo when they go to Chicago. And it's not as good as the Sedgwick County Zoo, but the Sedgwick County Zoo is elite.
Yeah.
It's an elite zoo. But I like zoo. And I've been to a handful in my long...
Yeah, how many zoos have you been to?
Probably 4 or 5.
Oh, that's not that much.
I think that's sufficient.
That's my point.
I mean,
you don't need to go to another zoo.
Well, I'd like to go to another zoo.
Okay.
I just haven't. I mean, if that's where the winds of life take me, my sail. What is it? The sails of I don't. I messed that up.
Never look a gift horse in the mouth.
Never look. Yeah, and so I'd like to go to. I just don't know where though. See, here's the problem that a lot of people from here have.
Okay.
If your only experience in a zoo is at the Sedgwick County Zoo, you
will be disappointed.
You have this expectation of what zoos are supposed to be like,
Yes.
and so you ultimately are disappointed because you don't know how great that zoo is.
The Brit Spa Zoo in Great Bend. We have
That's a cool zoo.
Great zoos.
There's nothing wrong with that zoo.
No, but that's what I mean. We have great zoos here.
Yeah, good
And
zoos.
I'm not a zoo person. I know my family's watching on the live stream, and my adult sister in her 30s loves zoos.
Okay.
And I'm like, please don't drag me to another zoo. We have the best zoos.
Love the zoo.
And I knew it. My dad chimed in. Sedgwick County Zoo is awesome, as good as DC National Zoo.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. Arthur, thoughts on a zoo that you can drive through? Absolutely. I watch those videos all the time.
Drive-through zoos?
Yeah, where you sometimes you can feed the animals, sometimes you can't.
But you're in a car.
Yeah, like your car.
So, where's that at?
They're all over.
Are they really?
We're going to look some videos up after this. They are hilarious.
Is that called just driving in the country?
No, the animals will come and put their little heads in your car and
they
eat.
put their little heads inside your car?
No, it's terrifying.
That
it's
seems
hilarious.
really awful. I used to go when I was a kid. I used to go to the old Riverside Park Zoo, which is still there in Wichita. It's not there anymore. I mean, it used to be a lot better.
Okay.
It was the first zoo in Wichita at Riverside Park. And it stayed open for a while after the Sedgwick County Zoo got going. In my childhood, you could still go down and see, there was a beaver.
Oh.
This is the big beaver down there.
Wow.
And then there was some birds. And they had, a leopard.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it's still, the cage, everything is still there.
Yeah.
And there might be animals still there. I think the beaver died, though, actually. I remember doing a story on a dead beaver. Anyway.
Unrelated.
No, totally related to the zoo. I do think that, because that was their main attraction, was this beaver.
Uh-huh.
Then I think it died. Oh, it had an eagle. They had an eagle there, too. If anybody that's listening has been to the Riverside Park Zoo, let me know. My dad grew up on Buffum Street in Riverside. And so when I was a kid, my grandparents lived on Buffum. And it's right down the road from Riverside Park. And so when we'd go to my grandparents' house, we'd walk over to the park, to the zoo, and I'd see the zoo.
That's sweet.
Yeah. It's a good mem.
It is a good mem.
Yeah, I miss those times.
Bet you do.
I do.
Trooper Ben is watching. Trooper Ben was in today.
Oh, man.
Hi.
Really?
He said Rolling Hills Zoo in Salina is fantastic.
I appreciate him watching. I don't know how he has time.
He's retired, and I think
He's
he's
not
busier now.
he's retired.
Yeah,
he's doing work.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing work, good work. So that was a great interview today. If you haven't watched it, you can watch it online.
It is. It's
we
on
had
KSN.com.
Trooper Ben in studio, and a lot of people are interested in what he's going to do now that he's retiring and moving on, and I think big things are in store.
Yes.
We tried to get him to crack. Well, he's watching. We tried to get you to crack, but he wouldn't. He held the cards close to his chest because he knew.
What's
so he's
next.
not going to reveal it on KSN News at 4, and I get that. I appreciate that. It's really good.
Maybe he'll reveal it on KSN News on a different day.
I don't think he's going to do that.
Trooper Ben, you did leave, and Jeff said that was fun.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah.
Out loud.
So I thought it was nice.
It was a good time.
So Doug said Notre Dame in Paris. Okay, this is very interesting. Notre Dame in Paris was actually pretty underwhelming to me. Maybe I'd build it up as more, but it just wasn't as cool as I'd envisioned. Most underrated attraction is Oktoberfest in Munich. Best time ever.
Which I believe they just canceled because of a bomb threat.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not making that up. I do believe I read that today.
Yeah.
That the Oktoberfest in Munich was canceled or postponed because of a bomb threat.
Doug, did you get your own lederhosen? I know that's a big thing that you can rent the lederhosen or buy your own.
That's something you'd rent, I think. I don't know,
Maybe
when would
Doug
you wear it
has
again?
one and he's out wearing it.
I have a hot take. This is going to make people mad.
Okay.
I think Branson is overrated.
Oh, I think you've said that before.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My apologies.
Why? Care to share?
I've been, because when you grow up in this part of the country, you like, when I was a kid, we didn't have a lot of money, so they'd be like, we're taking a trip this weekend, and be like, oh, Disney World or where, and they're like, Branson and Bass Pro Shops, which is in Springfield, which I actually like. I don't know. I don't know. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay.
Is it because you went so many times?
I think it's because I've never had a really good experience there. And it's not, if you've been to Branson and Branson Landing and all this, to me, it's not really laid out very well with the amount of people that clamor in there. The town is it's in the Ozarks, so it's steep and hilly and parking's terrible and all these kinds of things. So I just don't know if it's just laid out. I don't think the infrastructure is up to where you need, because it is like a destination now. And when I was going, it was popular, but it is nothing like it is now. I mean, now it is like everybody's going to Branson from all over the country. It used to just kind of be a Midwest thing. Mm-hmm. It was just a thing where people from the Midwest would go to Branson and see a country music act or something. And now it's kind of like the Vegas of the Ozarks. I mean, you've got all this money and all of these people flocking to Branson.
Their marketing team is going to call you the Vegas of the Ozarks.
I think they call it that. I don't think I made that up. I mean, obviously, if that was my thing. But it's just not quite, I don't know.
When was the last time you went? Because...
About 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have this thing where you're like, oh, I don't like it. It's not good. And I'm like, when was the last time?
I was there when I was 7.
Yeah, and you're like, I went 30 years ago. What were we talking about today, right before the podcast? I said it was probably 30 years ago. You go, yeah.
Yeah, it was. So I really can't give you a strong recommendation either for or against, say, like Disney World.
Okay.
Last time I was there, I was, 7.
Okay, here's
or 8.
An interesting thing. You talked about building up vacations or doing things. We didn't take a ton of vacations as kids.
No.
So I remember a really fun trip we took. We went up north when we lived in California, and we got to see the snow, and that was a really big deal. And we got Slurpees. And I look back now, and I'm like, wow, the snow and Slurpees. But because we lived in California, we would drive back all the time to Arizona. And we had season tickets to Disneyland.
Wow.
And that was big time. So cool. But now as an adult, I'm like, I can't go because it will financially break me to go to Disneyland now. Yeah, it's so expensive.
Took out a loan for that.
Yeah.
I took one vacation as a kid with my family. We took one.
Okay, where?
The only one I remember. It's the only one we took before my family kind of, South Dakota. That's the family trip.
Wow, I love Mount Rushmore.
That's what I'm saying.
That's special.
And I remember, it's so crazy that I remember, and I was probably 8.
Yeah.
And is the only vacation I remember taking with my family, the four of us, my brother, my mom and dad. And I remember everything about that trip, which is odd. I can't remember last week, but I remember we went to Mount Rushmore, we went to Wall Drug, which is a big drugstore. But it's kind of famous.
Yeah.
And we went through the Badlands, like where it's just like this stretch of like this really interesting. We went to a dinosaur park.
Okay.
It was like one of those old, like, I don't know if you've seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure, but it wasn't that park because I think that one's in California, but it was similar to that. We had like big dinosaurs, like a handful of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was it.
It's funny.
My vacation.
When you get older, because these moments and these memories, like the snow and the Slurpees, were so special. And then you get older and you're like, wow, why is that a core memory? And it's the people and the experience.
It is.
And maybe it's the last vacation, or it's funny what holds space in our brains as we get older.
Yeah, I think it's just relationships and family and people. I mean, I would say, yeah, my wife is pretty good at this. Like, you can just have a good time anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to go to the fanciest, neatest, nicest thing. You could just go to Lake Afton and have a good time.
Yeah. But that's how you know it's good. Like, and that you're lucky. Like, the people do make the difference.
It's all about the people.
Yeah.
But Branson's still overrated. It has nothing to do with the people.
Yeah.
It's still overrated. A little bit. Skosh. Yeah. You got the Silver Dollar Cities out there, Big amusement park.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Love amusement parks.
It's like a poor man's Worlds of Fun.
Doug said, no lederhosen, just very large steins.
Yes, that's the most important thing at an Oktoberfest is the size of your stein.
Exactly.
It really is. I will agree with Doug.
He also said if you don't arrive with a plan, Branson is super disjointed.
Yes, and I have arrived there every single time without a plan.
Arthur said, when I was a kid, we had one vacation and we went to Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico to see the caves and the bats.
Nice.
That was really neat to see. My family went and I did not get a chance to go. And so I don't know if it was cool or not. So I'm curious, Arthur, was it cool or did I miss out?
You know what I'd like to bring back?
What?
You know what's really cool that nobody talks about anymore?
What?
And maybe you guys do. The caves in Missouri and like Springfield area.
Okay.
Where you can see like the stalactites and the stalagmites and you get in a little car and you go down through these caves.
Uh-huh.
I did it once when I was a kid, and I've seen like roadside billboards for them to this day. I know they still exist.
Yes.
They're called like the Caverns of somethings. And I think that was neat. I think that's underrated.
You could bring your family to the caves.
Well, because they're all
old
adults.
Yeah.
And they look at me like, what?
We're not going to see the rocks.
They'd say, is there Wi-Fi in the caves?
Yeah.
Do we get Wi-Fi in those caves? And I'd say, you're missing the point. You're missing the point.
Maybe, okay, that's an interesting thing. Huh.
What else I did in South Dakota?
What?
Panned for gold.
Whoa, did you get anything?
No. Well, yes, actually.
Rocks?
Little
Pebbles?
gold flakes, and you pan, and then they take them and they put them in a little, and I got a little jar of like the gold flakes.
Do you still have that?
I don't think I do, but I wish I did because I would be rolling in money. Mm-hmm. No, it wasn't that much, and I wouldn't roll in money. It's gross.
It is gross.
Yeah, you know where that money's been.
Don't think
Do
about
not
it.
roll in money.
Don't think about it either.
I'm not.
It's disgusting.
It's terrible. That's why I've chosen in my life not to have any.
Well, that's
It's because it's dirty.
great.
I've made a conscious decision in
Not
my
to
life
have
to
any
not have
money.
money, so I don't have to roll in it and catch a cold.
Smart man.
Super smarts.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you, follow me for more great life advice.
Arthur said, I have a fear. Okay, Carlsbad Caverns, got to see the bats, thought it was underrated. I asked how it was. Okay, I have a fear of bats, but to see them fly in circles leaving the caves was a sight to see, in my opinion. In my opinion, you missed an opportunity to something surprising. I was disappointed I didn't get to go.
Yeah.
I wish I did.
Okay.
Okay. Olivia said, I got to... and Arthur, quick question. Did you have a fear of bats before the trip or after the trip?
Good. That's a good
I
question.
feel like that is
that's good.
Significant detail.
Uh-huh.
Olivia, I got to feed the beaver at the Riverside Park Zoo.
There
I
you go.
absolutely loved it. And we got to see behind the scenes.
Nice.
I really want to do, I think it's Tanganyika, where you can like swim with the penguins.
I've been to Tanganyika. Have you been to Tanganyika?
Swim
I
with
did
the
not swim the
penguins?
penguins, but I did feed a giraffe.
Oh, that's with your mouth?
No,
There
you do
is.
not.
That's the thing. You
No,
like
you
put
don't.
it. Yes, it
you
is.
do not.
You put it like the little leafy in your mouth, and he comes up and he grabs it. That's a whole thing.
You chew it up, and then
Ew, that's a bird. That's a different.
Is that how
bird
you feed
exhibit.
a bird? You have to chew up
There's a
the
different
worms,
bird
and then you
exhibit.
just into the beak. Look, you have to pre-chew the
That's
lettuce
the
for the
bird.
but
Not
not
the
for the giraffe.
giraffe.
I would not. No, actually, looking back on that experience, there's no way I would want that giraffe's mouth anywhere near my face because it could rip your face off.
I swear that's a thing.
I've seen the video. I
tourists
have
do.
seen the videos of yes, and
But
I
now
would
that you
not
bring
do it.
that up-
I would not do that.
That's a great point.
I mean, I don't. They're huge.
Step right up and put your face right next to this
No
guy's
way.
face.
No way. Like I might. Actually, there's nothing I'd feed with my mouth. I can't think of a single thing I would feed with my mouth.
That's one of those things that when you stop and you think about it, you go, huh, maybe I shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I don't
Not a
do
good idea.
it, nor have I done it, but I do know that's the thing.
You just said you wanted to go do that.
Well, I changed my mind now that you
You
put it in
think
the
you
first-
should change your mind.
I think I should.
It's not. Yeah, there's a risk probably.
Also in our contracts, like we're not allowed to like get maimed. So like obviously you can't.
I know, and I
prevent
really
that.
fought hard
Well,
to get that line taken out because the one thing I really like is getting maimed.
Well, here's the problem.
I just couldn't
Sometimes
get
when
him
I
to take that.
rollerblade, I think about that. I had a friend in college, and she was riding her bike to class, flipped over the handlebars, and lost her 2 front teeth. So she had to go and obviously get fake ones in.
Yeah.
But I think about that when
I
I'm
think you're-
rollerblading.
I think you're fine.
Like, what happens if I fall and I catch myself on my face? And
You
then I have to
just-
call and say I can't come into work.
That's okay. It happens.
It's the spiral from like feeding the giraffe. Like, don't feed it with your mouth.
Do not. I wouldn't feed any animal, zoo or wild, with my mouth.
But what a story. If you're like, wow, how'd you get that black eye? A giraffe?
How did you get your face ripped off? The giraffe.
I don't know.
How did you get that massive hole in your skull? The giraffe's
Giraffe.
feeding the giraffe with my mouth.
Yeah. Seems like a
Well,
good
you got
idea.
a problem with that?
Underrated.
Underrated.
Arthur said before the trip I had a fear of bats. Now I can hold a bat or remove a bat if I have to.
Oh, cool.
That's an interesting one. Doug said perfect for the Girl Scouts. Sure, I'm absolutely feeding the birds out of my mouth. And Olivia said I went roller skating. Oh, and I split my chin open. Olivia,
I love this. I love this podcast.
Community
I
cast?
love it. This is like, no joke. It's awesome, actually.
Yeah.
We need to keep it at this group. We can't get any bigger. We need to keep it. We got to keep this group together
Oh,
for
yeah.
our own selfish reasons.
Yeah.
Like this is why we would just want to come in here for 45 minutes
And
and
hang out
talk
with our
about stuff.
friends
I
and our
do. That's
neighbors.
what I want. I don't want it to get any bigger.
That's
Just being honest.
it's growing.
It is, but we need to shut it down with when we get the core group.
Exclusive community
We
cast
do.
group.
We need to do that.
Man.
I tell you, it's fun.
It is fun.
I tell you.
I tell you.
I tell you
What
something.
did you say? Oh, yeah.
I what?
You said something today in the studio and it was funny. In that accent, you like pull out your I think it's a Kansas accent.
I do have an accent.
It's only on specific things and I'm like,
Yeah, I have friends that talk a certain way, and I've been a mimic my whole life. Like I will, I do impressions, not very good ones, but but
All
I
the
don't.
time.
But I don't impersonate celebrities. I impersonate people I work with,
yeah.
and so but that's what I do. It's just I don't know why. I mean, it's flattering. It's not in a rude way. I don't
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not making fun of these folks. I pick up on mannerisms
Or
and-
like the commercials.
or mannerisms.
You repeat the commercials.
Yes, I'm kind of a mimic,
Yeah.
But I have friends that talk in a really Kansas accenty way,
Yeah.
kind of hickish, and I will emulate that sometimes.
When you do it though, and it comes out and it's organic,
Yeah.
that's my favorite of like, it's organic.
That's the Hayesville in me coming out. I mean, it does. It happens.
Yeah.
They say you could take the boy out of Hayesville, but you can't take the Hayesville out of the boy. Is that what
they say?
I think that's what they say.
Wow.
So yeah. But you don't have an accent. I don't think people from Phoenix have accents.
I don't think so.
I don't. I mean, you don't have any. I can't pick up any. That's why when I say I would never believe you were not from here. If you look me in the eye and said, hey, I grew up in McPherson, I would be like, yeah, okay.
Why? I think I missed that part.
No, you don't have any.
Oh yeah, there's no
nothing that about you says that you're not from here. I guess that's what I was trying to say.
Yes.
So if you looked me dead in the eye and said, "No, I grew up in McPherson," or "I grew up in Hutchinson," I'd be like, "Yeah, okay, cool."
Yeah.
I would never question it.
Yeah, something Trooper Ben and I have in common, which he said today on the show,
I didn't
which
know
resonated.
he was not from here.
That is exact. I love that you
I
already
had
knew.
no idea.
Yes, and he said, "But I've chosen to make Kansas my home," and that resonated so much.
You know, did he say where? Because he told you where he's from. I'd missed that.
No, he didn't say, and I didn't want to derail our conversation because we were there. He was there for a specific reason, and so I didn't want to.
Right. Where are you from? Well,
Yeah.
where are you from? Okay. Yeah, I didn't know he was not from here. I thought he's from here.
Yeah.
Doesn't change how I feel about him. I think he's great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, he's the same kind of guy. If he looked me in the eye and said, "No, I grew up in Caldwell," I'd have been like, "Yeah, okay, I know you did. I'm sure you did." Like I wouldn't question it for a minute.
Yeah. For me, I love that, and I think it's the best compliment.
Well,
because I love people from Kansas.
You fit right in.
Oh, thanks.
For sure. Yeah.
Arthur said, how long have you guys been doing the podcast? Funny story. This is the first podcast I've watched or listened to.
Well, I was shocked to learn that we have well over 60 or 70 episodes, which boggles my mind because I feel like we just started.
Oh, same.
But I think we have 60.
We have 1 minute left.
Yeah, it's got to be 60.
Full circle, did you decide, do you do touristy things off the beaten path?
Off the beaten path for me.
Touristy things for me.
Okay, that's why I make a good team.
Thanks, guys.
What would we do if we traveled together?
Never see each other.
We would. We will see you guys on Tuesday. Thanks for watching.